Hello beauties and welcome back to my corner of the internet. If you are new here, then my name is Mariah, also known as Live Life's Beauty, and I'm so glad that you have found me. And if you are a returning subscriber, then thank you so much for joining me again on another video. Yeah, I need to make that has to be accomplished this year. If I make anything off this list, which I hope to make them all, I have to make that. So today, guys, we have our Make 9 challenge. Well, I'm not really sure if I can call it a Make 9 because if you look at mine, we definitely don't have 9 things in there. However, these are just my sewing challenges that I hope to accomplish over the year. So in no particular order, I'm just going to put the pictures up on the screen. With my Make 9, I'm using it as inspiration. I'm not trying to 100% replicate all of these makes. I did only really start to dip my toes in the water in December, and then my sewing machine broke. So I didn't get long before that ended. But I did really enjoy it, which did lead me to purchase a new sewing machine, a heavy duty Singer, and I believe that it's also capable of sewing the garments that I want to make, which as a beginner sewist, when I first chose my sewing machine, I had no knowledge about fabric thickness and choosing the right fabrics for the right garments that you want to make. So with that being said, I definitely knew I needed something a little bit more robust, as I did want to make garments, and not only garments but outerwear. So in the future, spoiler alert, it's not on my Make 9. I definitely don't believe that I have those skills yet. I do definitely want to make some outerwear such as a coat, jacket, and really thick jumpers. And the sewing machine that I had just could not handle that. I mean, I was trying to make a dressing gown for my daughter and it just couldn't even handle going through that, even though it did state that it could go through, I can't remember if they said 2 or 4 layers of denim. I don't know how that's possible because it wasn't going through 2 layers of a blanket material. With that being said, we're not going to dwell on the past, we're going to look forward to the future. So, the first one on my list, I just absolutely love these dresses. These are definitely the start of dresses that I want to start dressing every day in. I really love a dropped waist. I do believe that is what it's called. And I love when they point into a V. I definitely live in a colder climate, so sleeves are, easier. Just being able to put it all on. I definitely do still get chilly in my own house, so I definitely love a long sleeve. And I just think even with the long sleeves, this looks so gorgeous. I mean, I do have a thing about red, so with this one, it's not more of a inspiration. It might just be a I need to find a way to actually make this. But yeah, I just absolutely love them. If I can find a good pattern, I definitely will be having multiple of these in my wardrobe. Like I said, I would love this to be my everyday clothing. Whilst I'm not really into the cottagecore, really feminine vibes, I would say I'm more dark feminine. I know there's so many terminologies for everything, but I definitely like to look grown and sexy, not cute and girly. So I think styled right, done right, this is definitely giving me grown and sexy. Just how it really hugs the body and then kind of flares out. I do like a more figure hugging structure. I'm not really into like knowing my body shape and all of those things, but if I had to choose, I probably would say I'm a rectangle and I'm not well endowed in the chest area or in the bottom area. So I do like to kind of cinch in my hips, although I do have a little bit of a belly, it is going down. I mean, depending on the time of day, depends on how big or small it is, but I do love being sucked in there. So number 2 is these collars. I absolutely love these Peter Pan collars. And again, with the kind of silhouette of dress that I like, if I was to make the first dress, but just with a high neck, and a plain color like this, you can really jazz up an outfit with the colors. Even something as simple as this, just having like a collar on it, in different patterns, different shapes, different materials and textures, can really add something to your outfits without having to feel like you have to have really loud outfits all the time. I'm definitely trying to get into a more capsule wardrobe, but I don't want to be restricted in my capsule wardrobe. I'm really looking for ways to really to make my basic pieces more of a statement piece. They seem easy enough to make, but you never know, because I tend to find the things that I think will be really simple are actually really hard. And then the things that I think, oh my gosh, I'm going to struggle so hard with this, I'm actually able to breeze through them. But you never know. Like I said, we're going to give them a go. And number 3 is this dress. Now, this is definitely an inspiration dress. I would love to be able to make a birthday dress like this. My birthday is Valentine's Day, and instead of the ruffles, I was planning to make flowers. So where the ruffles are, it would be flowers, but that is definitely the shape of the dress I wanted to make. Now, my birthday is in February on Valentine's Day, so we don't have long. And my skill level is definitely nowhere near here. But I have seen a cheat version that I think, if all else fails, I could potentially make this as a plan B. If I don't end up making it for my birthday, there is always other occasions such as Mother's Day or Christmas. You never know. You know, I just love these kind of dresses. So next on the list are these pajamas. Now, I do think these will be like boss mode. I just think these will be so challenging for me. Now, these pajamas are a simpler version of pajamas that I want to make. I'm in desperate need of pajamas. I definitely have like pajamas from the age of 17. I'm now 30. I just need a refresh. But again, just with the climate that I live in, long sleeves are everything. As much as I love a silky pajama set, they're just too cold for me to wear 90% of the time. I do have some silk pajamas, and again, I only reach for them in summer. And even a UK summer is not that great of a summer, guys. You'll probably wear your summer clothes for a continuous week, 2 weeks if you're lucky and we get a heat wave. Yeah, I'm definitely looking for long sleeve pajamas, but not silky, like I said, and not cotton. I'm really looking for, I think it's called like cotton jersey kind of material. So quite stretchy, really warm, but not stiff. So I'm not really sure how that's going to go. I do believe that they will probably be, one, expensive, and two, very finicky. I would love to be able to go on boss mode and do like piping in pajamas, like that is ultimate boss mode. But for now, I did just stick to this inspiration image because I found it so beautiful and eye-catching and exactly what I want to make. Just really cutesy, really girly. The next thing is just something that I came across and I absolutely loved. I just loved this. It is a jumper dress. I do believe it was ASOS that I seen it. However, I'm thinking to make mine more of a turtleneck dress, keeping the same kind of a vibe of the fabric drape. But I'm not sure if I will make it in two parts. So instead of it being a dress, I'm not sure if I will make it a skirt and a jumper, but it just have the overall appearance of one garment, because I love the drape, especially around the stomach area of this model. It doesn't look like it's a dress. It looks like it has some kind of I can't explain it, like structure there, and then cinches down at the skirt bit. I definitely want to be a skirts and dresses kind of girly this year. In my fashion sense, I just don't know how realistic that is due to the climate that I live in. But you know, a good pair of tights and really warm materials, I believe that can be possible. And I think something like this will definitely replace those days where I just want to throw on some joggers. I can just throw on a floor length skirt and jumper that is cohesive. Think of it in a really nice luxury material and print, because I think that is the main thing, the prints that you have your garments in. Why it's a challenge for me is just because I'm new. I don't know how I'm gonna cope with using like really heavy materials, making necklines and stuff like that. But I'm really wanting to give it a go. So I know this is probably for like going out, but I'm trying to live my life. I'm trying to have fun with fashion, okay? Like, we're not trying to be basic, we're trying to have elevated basics, and that is definitely what I would consider an elevated basic. So next on the list is this. Now, this is a kind of dress that again I would want to wear for every day, but I'm more looking at the skirt portion of this image because I really want a long circle skirt, I believe it is, or voluminous skirt, I suppose you would say. Again, I just want to have something that's long enough to throw on some boots with it, and just go frolicking in the fields, and have a really nice basic top, and have the skirt be interchangeable for basic tops or a bit more going out tops. You know, just anything from a t-shirt to an elevated basic. Now, whilst this skirt is on there, again, it's on the challenge just because of the gathering, the amount of gathering that it's going to take, the amount of fabric that it's going to use. I also was thinking that this also inspires me to have a kind of ruffle floor length skirt, but for the meantime, I'm just going to stick with this because I think I would definitely get maximum use out of this, because I am trying to make things that I would actually wear and the holes in my wardrobe that I actually need to fill instead of going out and purchasing these items. I can make them. Now, next on my list is just something I've always wanted to make, guys. I've always wanted to make dolls, and this is exactly what I bought my sewing machine for, was to make dolls. So I wanted to make my niece a it was like, I think a birth, like a birth, as in like the baby was being born gift, which then turned into a birthday gift. No, which then turned into a Christmas gift, which then turned into a birthday gift, which then turned into another Christmas gift, and now we're at her birthday again, and I still have no doll. So I've been wanting to make this for 2 years. She's going to be 2, and she still doesn't have this handmade doll from her auntie, and it's just time, and it's also being scared of my sewing machine up until now. That is definitely going to be made, okay? We are going to make it. I think they are so gorgeous. I just absolutely love them. I know once I make them, I'll be addicted, and I'll just be making them for absolutely everybody. Yeah, I need to make that. That has to be accomplished this year. If I make anything off this list, which I hope to make them all, I have to make that doll. And then last but not least is loungewear. So we all love a loungewear set. I love just being cozy in loungewear, but I want to make it elevated. So with this, I think it is very cutesy but also sexy because of the deep V, and again because of the cut of the loungewear set, how it's figure hugging whilst also being that kind of stretchy material. Again, does the body come with it? Will it look that same on me? I don't know. But these are the kind of loungewear that I really want to make, just to throw on for the school run or throw on for my cleaning days, because I do have days where I literally clean my house. And obviously you don't really want to be deep cleaning your house in like a floor length dress. So yeah, just to throw on and go. And also those days that you kind of feel a bit crappy. As a lady, we all have those time of the months. And one thing I noticed was that I gravitate towards trousers in that time because of being protected from any accidents. However, I don't have a lot of dark colours. A lot of my joggers were like cream, and I was just like, there's no way I'm going to wear these. So I basically had one pair of black joggers that I just lived in that time of the month. And I really don't want to be a joggers girly, guys. I love the comfort of joggers, but I don't like the style of them. With that being said, though, I have seen how some people have elevated just basic joggers with the material that they use, and prints that they use, which has given me a bit of like thought power. So that is my make 9 with only 8 in there, because again, I just didn't feel the need to add anything in there just to fill it up to 9. I'm not sure if I will be able to film all of these for you. My goal is to do that. However, just with how sewing is going to be for me over this year, I really want to make it an enjoyable hobby. And sometimes when you have to film things and you put things in a deadline, then it doesn't become as enjoyable. So even if you don't have a video of me actually making the items and filming myself making them, you definitely will see them, because I hope to do monthly recaps. So if the project makes it into that month, you will definitely see it. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Do not forget to live life beauty, because life is beautiful and it's out there waiting to be lived by you. And hopefully I will see you in another video. Bye.